Today I'm going to be making a Halloween themed buttercream icing. Super simple, so let's get on with the ingredients. 2 cups of icing sugar. This is also called confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar. 1/4 cup of vegetable shortening. 1/4 cup of salted butter. 1 tablespoon of milk. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm also going to be using a little bit of orange gel food coloring. So those are the ingredients, so let's get started. So our first step, I'm going to get my butter in here. You don't want your butter too cold, but you don't want it too warm either. I'm going to get in the shortening. I'm going to grab my mixer. And the first thing I want to do is I want to start creaming the butter and my shortening together, which will only take a couple of seconds, like you see. So just get that mixed really well. And in case you're wondering, this is just a slight modification of my Wilton's buttercream recipe. I'm going to add in my vanilla now. Alright, and then I'm going to start putting in a little bit of icing sugar at a time. So I got myself a sieve. And I'm just going to sift in a little bit of this, about half of it. Just give it a little shake and just get all of that in there. And then we'll mix this in. Speed number 1, you don't want a dust cloud because this will fly all over the place. And you can see my mixture is a little bit dry. So now I'm just going to get that milk in there. And when you're making this, if you find your icing is a little bit on the dry side, you can just add a tiny little bit of milk. So you can add another teaspoon and then look at it. But you can see how quickly this is changing in its texture. It's gone from very dry to really nice and creamy now. I'll add in my last little bit of icing sugar. So I'll just shake that in. Alright, perfect. And then now I'm going to mix the last little bit of icing sugar into my bowl. So icing sugar is the same as confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar. 3 names, but it's all the same sugar. At this point, I'm going to increase my mixer because I do want to incorporate some air. Now, if you wanted to make this pure white, you're going to want to use clear vanilla. But I am making this Halloween themed. I am going to be adding orange, so it doesn't matter. And now we'll add in our orange food coloring. So I've got my orange food coloring here. Now I'm using a gel. You can also use liquid if you wish. If you add quite a bit of liquid and you find that you need to add a little bit more sugar, then add a little bit more sugar. And that will stiffen it up again. So I just want to get everything off of my little metal skewer here. And now I'll mix this in. And you can see just that little bit of food color has really, brought this to life. So at this point, you really want to mix this well. Get a lot of air into the buttercream. And there we go. So that's it for this recipe. This is my Halloween themed buttercream icing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see this icing used in another video, there's a link at the end of this video recipe. That's it for today, and I'll see you next time.